The largest mosque in Southeast Asia has completed its renovation and reopened. City volunteers help a care recipient cope with the passing of his sister. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. In Indonesia, the largest mosque in Southeast Asia, Istiqlal Mosque, has been undergoing a large-scale renovation since May of 2019. After 2 years of renovation work, the mosque has been open to the public again. Let's take a look. On February 22, 1978, former Indonesian President Suharto hosted the inauguration of Istiqlal Mosque. Being the largest mosque in Southeast Asia, Istiqlal Mosque began its renovation in May of 2019. The mosque completed its renovation in January of this year and opened to the public again.
I hope this mosque not only has stately appearance, but will also elevate people's faith and preach Islamic teachings. It can become the forerunner of Islamic modernism.
The large-scale renovation is to ensure the mosque can function well as a Muslim worship venue. It has renovated its architectural design and appearance. The mosque appearance has become even neater and more comfortable, and an underground parking lot as well as green ground and large stage have been added. To bring convenience to physically challenged visitors, the mosque has set up guiding lines for visually impaired people and elevators with wheelchair access. Besides the appearance, the indoor area has added 3,500 LED lights. The decorations with Arabic writing has made the mosque more stately. The pillars and dome have retained their original looks.
Being the largest Muslim country, Istiqlal Mosque has to become the role model for mosques in other countries. It has to preach teachings that advocates tolerance and peace.
Istiqlal Mosque was designed by Christian architect Frederick in 1950. The existence of this mosque symbolizes the diversity of Indonesia. In a short period of time, Istiqlal Mosque will construct an underground tunnel that leads to Jakarta Church. The tunnel will be named the Friendship Tunnel. The annual Ramadan has begun. Globally, Muslims will fast from sunrise to sunset. Let's take a look at how people observe this month of fasting and prayer in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Bubur lambak is the traditional food for Malays as they resume a meal during Ramadan. Every state has its own recipe. Among them, bubur lambak in Kampung Peru is famous and has become the best choice for Malays in the capital. The chef has to cook bubur lambak without tasting it.
How do I know that the taste of food is enough? I weigh the food ingredients. As I do this every year, I know the taste. Since it is Ramadan, we must bear with it and fast until sunset.
During Ramadan, Muslims must learn to lessen their desires and also give of themselves to help the needy.
Many companies or people who want to donate food will come by bubur lambak and distribute them to the poor for them to end their fast. This is why they buy a lot of food here.
The mosques in different parts of the country will give out bubur lambak for free. The amount of bubur lambak prepared by one mosque is enough to feed thousands of people. During Ramadan, Muslims not only fast from sunrise to sunset, they also change their bad habits.
We must abide by proper conduct. During Ramadan, we cannot get angry. We must have a gentle demeanor.
According to Islamic teachings, people who are 15 years old or older need to observe the fast. People who do not feel well or are pregnant can be excluded from the fast.
If one cannot observe the fast, he can donate food to the poor. If there are deceased people, his family can help him donate food.
Family members dia nak buat, dia buat macam itulah.
Taking a trip to the market during the Ramadan, White sees that the large market has become smaller in scale due to pandemic prevention.
Ini adalah satu kemudahan. Memang dia ada kebenaran daripada KKM.
We supervisors make sure people keep a distance when they enter or exit. For instance, they come in through this entrance and the exit is in the back. Every stand is a meter apart.
The different ethnicities of Malaysia will respect the culture of other people.
If Malay friends are present, my friend and I won't eat in front of them. We will eat in the back. Most of the time, we will buy food for them so that they can eat it after sunset.
The Muslim faithful observe the fast until the last second, as they sincerely observe the month of fasting, prayer, and reflection. Malaysians only read 15 books a year on average, which shows that Malaysians' reading habits are low. If this phenomenon is not improved, it will have an impact on individuals, society, even a country. Studies have found that reading helps to promote creativity, so we should all develop reading habits as soon as possible.
I read 5 to 10 pages every day before going to bed.
Mostly that will be after work, about 10 to 12, that is my time for me to read.
I didn't read much. I worked most of the time and didn't want to read.
In Malaysia, a study on amount of reading found that an average Malaysian people only read 15 books a year, which is far less than advanced countries that read 40 books per person per year. Commentator Guo Chaohe believes that Malaysia's traditional education system is the main reason for the downturn in reading.
The education method in Malaysia is still kind of cramming style. This kind of curriculum design allows us to read a lot from an early age. For children, before their interests are developed, they have already been forced to read such a large amount of information. So for them, reading is actually a matter of psychological pressure and burden. They'll feel that reading is not helpful to their academic performance or to their future work. Over time, I think the reading atmosphere in Malaysia is of course getting weaker.
Climate education has indirectly caused Malaysians to lose interest in books other than textbooks. If this problem is not improved, it will have a certain impact on individuals, society, and even the country.
In the system of the whole country, the way of culturing talents is very institutionalized and consistent. Mathematics and science classes may be able to perform very well, but in terms of creative performance, you'll find that Malaysia is very lacking. In Malaysia's current economic systems, most of them still help others to process and reproduce the entire product, but we rarely show our own creativity. You'll find that many people actually lack imagination and initiative in life.
In 2010, the National Taichung University of Education studied the relationship between reading and creativity and found that most college students who read a lot will get higher scores in the creativity test, allowing them to create unique products after entering society. Both students and office workers should develop a habit of reading as soon as possible.
In fact, our lives needs to be constantly improved. The way of reading book does not have to sit and finish the book. It can be relaxed. For example, when I turn to a page, I will read some sentences, which is to let these sentences enrich me. Looking at different perspectives of life is also a power of reading.
We can start with books we are interested in and record our experience and key points after reading, which may open up a new perspective for the future.
On Hong Chen and his sister lived with one another for years, developing a close bond. After the sister fell ill, the brother took care of her well, sending her into a hospital when conditions got worse. City volunteers felt heartbroken to see the two separated. Therefore, car rides were scheduled for them 3 times a week, hoping the two may talk more. Before Ms. Hu's passing, the brother, under city volunteers' guidance, said goodbye to his sister one last time.
On the wall, memories of Miss Hu is posted. This is a way for all Hong Chung to remember his sister.
I love my sister. She died and I'm very sad. My eyes are filled with tears.
I've been looking after them for 4 years. Both of them have chronic diseases. Miss Hu had always taken care of her brother, so the brother treated her like a mother.
All Hong Chung suffers from mild intellectual disability and was taken care of by his sister. Since Miss Hu was diagnosed with cancer, he started to care for her, and until her conditions got worse, Miss Hu was sent into a hospital.
Her condition got worse and the brother is unable to take care of her. She also goes to the bathroom frequently at night. Therefore, the brother has to stay up and his conditions also worsen.
In order to let the brother and sister meet frequently, volunteers have set up rides 3 times a week, hoping to reduce their regrets.
During lockdown, my father passed away in Malaysia, and I didn't get to see him, so I don't want others to have the same regrets. On the last remaining days of Miss Hu, I brought her brother in.
The process at the hospital was about 4 months. At that time, Miss Hu was in a bad condition, so I requested her brother to come. We both said to her, "Don't worry, we'll take care of ourselves." Then on the next day, she passed away.
At the time of parting, though all Hong Chung is heartbroken, he slowly recovered from sadness under the sincere care of volunteers. Now, besides putting money into the bamboo coin bank, he also serves at the daycare center, bringing love to others.
Someone must help, so if you could help me, I will also help you.
In the United States, the City Medical Foundation has provided free medical services for patients who are impoverished or without insurance for more than 2 decades. During the pandemic, although face-to-face visits were not possible, televisit was used to serve the patients. Medical volunteers also mail medicine kits to patients in need. Let's take a look.
One of the Tzu Chi medical mission is to perform outreach program, and we have been doing so for over 25 years. Our targets for the outreach are those that are low income, whether they are documented or not, we do not care. Patients are expecting my call, instead of having them come in person. I call them whatever issues that, from my perspective, that I need to discuss with the patient. Ever since the COVID pandemic, we are not able to go out there and see patients face-to-face. So what we end up doing is convert the face-to-face outreach into a televisit outreach. We have health professionals to contact our patients and inquire, ask them how they are doing and the medication usage and all. Elevated triglycerides. So you have to eat more vegetables. Okay, all right. What we do is our pharmacists will prepare each refill individually, and we package them every 3 months.
We are at the headquarters. The headquarters covers up San Bernardino County, Santa Ana County, Los Angeles County, and Bakersfield. We have around 28 to 35 patients. They need a medication badly.
What they are doing now, doing the packaging, not only including the drug, they need a daily basis. They're gonna get to 150 of the masks.
We packet the essential needed, like food. We also send them the master's blessing.
With everybody play together, I believe we will be able to do it.
Today, we're gonna visit Leticia. She has asthma for a while. She has family, big members at home. Only the husband work.
Vivo con mi esposo, mis dos hijas y
I live with my husband, my 2 daughters, and my in-laws. Right now, they send me masks and an inhaler because I have asthma. And they also send me some food. They send rice every 3 or 4 months.
como cada 3-4 meses.
Thank you so much. Today we were here. We just have a couple home visitor, and to see how good they are receiving the medicines. How long have you been knowing the Tzu Chi?
My daughter's school told me about the Tzu Chi Foundation. Give food every 3-4 months, and the mobile clinic.
And what kind of services do they provide?
I receive glasses. To read, yeah.
Yes.
And
dental.
Yo estoy muy agradecida.
I'm very grateful because they help the community here a lot. Those who don't have the possibility of getting health insurance.
We are glad the medicine help you out.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hope everything fine and all the kids and the parents in good health.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
We're grateful have the chance to serve and have the chance to keep a relationship with them. We still knowing the community needs us take good care of them, special for this difficult time.
Hualien's Fengshan community established a greenhouse garden, which those who tend to it don't have to bend over to plant or tend to the seedlings. This is especially good since the target audience are elderly who may have problems with their lower backs. Let's join in there.
These elderly are working together to plant vegetables one after another. This is the greenhouse garden in Fengshan community, which is located in Hualien counties, Shoufeng Township. Here, the gardener doesn't need to bend down to work on the garden.
I can plant it myself, and there are no chemicals. It's now at waist level, and there are no weeds around.
We don't have to dig up dirt and can plant seedlings straight away. It's much easier on our backs since we don't have to bend down. It's less tiring.
The greenhouse garden is designed by lifting all the pots with stacked recycle baskets to reduce the burden on the bodies of the elderly who tend to the plants.
The farming union is promoting a green passport campaign to create more greenery in the community, and we're starting with this smart farming design. By making the garden smarter, such as making the potted plants containers taller, and we don't have to bend down, it's easier to manage. Since it's an indoor greenhouse, there are also less pest problems.
This new and interesting design with the added barrier-free environment helps these seniors enjoy being a farmer in their golden years.
Let's continue the mushroom waste series. This time we'll visit a farm near a mushroom farm, as waste from a mushroom farm provides beneficial effects. No matter if it's food for chickens, decomposing chicken manure, or combining the two for organic fertilizer, zero waste has truly found its new meaning at this farm. This chicken farm in Nantou Yuchi Township does not use pesticide or chemical fertilizers. The entire farm follows the theme of healthy cycles.
We use mushrooms unwanted by mushroom farmers. After drying, we turn mushroom heads into powder and feed those to chickens.
这些菇头我们就会把它磨成粉，然后去取代一些给鸡吃的饲料。
Reducing the cost of chicken feed by 10%, this increases the overall efficiency in raising chickens. After chickens consume mushrooms, their manure is fully utilized in the farm, as organic fertilizers can be made after mixing in disqualified mushrooms.
下脚料进来之后，我们就是植菌。
We will start the process of raising bacteria. This produces high heat, and you can see smoke coming out. It's about 7 degrees Celsius. The white thing is hyphae. Under high heat, bad bacteria is eliminated.
Normally, compositing takes about half a year, yet with this method it was reduced to a month. Even the smell is different. Many chicken farms are unwanted by citizens as they do not want such a place near their homes. But at this chicken farm here with 500 chickens, there are no bad smells. It's all because of the secrets on the ground. In the past, what the chickens are stepping on was chaff. Now mixing mushrooms, the new material is able to absorb water and reduce bad smells.
Like we have these hard solids. When it piles up, it produces bad smells during cleaning. The smell is so strong that the 3 layers of mass can help. Now with a new method, though the ground is wet, there are no hard solids.
With mushroom mixed with chicken manure, the chicken farm thrives as chickens no longer have to receive shots.
Our layer success rate is up to 90%. In the past, it was about 50%, so this means when the layer is healthy, the chance of laying eggs increases.
A good environment increases the rate of laying eggs. Such good change originated from the trichoderma located on rice hulls.
Trichoderma is a type of fungi that does the job of decomposing. We use poor quality rice hulls here for experiment, since we don't want others to use these to feed animals.
TDAIS uses poor quality rice shells for experiment, combining it with space bag remaining. Researchers have created a biologic and was applied into the fields.
Developing the trichoderma, we use this to enrich the soil, and then we apply it to our mushroom fertilizer.
Farmers can now make their own sprays using the mushroom bags and chicken manure, creating the best organic fertilizer. Chicken manure is a good source of compost due to its cheap price and accessibility. Thus, it is used widely in the region. But due to the smells, bugs and flies are attracted, and it also causes environmental pollution. At the organic vegetable garden, workers use different materials, which has solved the issue of bad smells.
We take the fertilizer into farms. Firstly, it reduces the cost. Secondly, it is far better than the organic fertilizers we buy outside. This is in comparison with our own chicken manure created fertilizer. In the category of leafy vegetables, our chicken manure fertilizer shortens the growth period from 1 month to 5 days.
In the past, farms must purchase organic fertilizer, but now with chicken manure and along with reusing space bags, the kind thought of cherishing resources produces impressive results. This all started from a simple idea of reducing waste output.
If we collect edible tree fungus, it is less nutritious after multiple harvests, and no one will use it for fertilizers. Therefore, there are a lot of these fungi, and it's a problem processing them.
Through reusing resources and working with other professionals, the issue of waste mushroom bags found home at this chicken farm, turning waste into gold. In Taiwan, Kaohsiung DaAi Kindergarten has carried out a fire drill for the children to learn to deal with disasters. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.